Hello, you awesome people, and welcome to a trail ride. It has been so long ago since I did one of these, and I'm almost feeling a little ashamed. Like, I know that there are a lot of you out there that do really enjoy my trail rides, and it's not like nothing has happened. A lot have happened this year, but just it's been so much that and other videos has happened, and it's like I don't know. I just completely forgot about trail rides, and I'm a little ashamed that I did. I'm drinking coffee, by the way. Just so you know. Num 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 num. You might have also noticed I sound a little different. Yes, I have been upgrading my setup for this year, and one of the upgrades are a new my Yeti Blue Yeti X microphone that I have right now on, and I also now got a little hat for it that will help some things with the quality. So I hope you really enjoy it, and yeah, let's get going because we have so much to talk about. I realize I actually need to have like a document to remind myself like what am I supposed to talk about. And I decided to take my Trackener Lunatic. Actually, let's bring this back so I can see what's going on. My Trackener Lunatic, because they have gone through, the Trackener has gone through a lot this year, and finally it has gates I approve of. Like, sure, there are some wonkies, like I did something wrong here still, like I did not notice that when this was shown to me, and like yeah, maybe that could be fixed in the future as well. And there is like a thing with the neck when it jumps, but other than that, the gates are so, I feel like they are so much better. Some wish they were to be turned back to how it was before, but I would have to say I had my, if you watch my review from back then when the Trackener came, I was not a fan of the gates back then. And if I were to review the horse today with the gates it has today, it would have been a better review. But all in all, for the people that still wish for the old gates to be returned, that is just unfortunately not possible at all. The system that was used back then and the system they use today is just makes it, it's not possible to make it just as it was. They had to update the horse so they could wear the new saddle and boots and everything, and also they did listen to a lot of the feedback and critique that the horse got back then. And to be fair, the amount that did not like the trot like that it had before, that was a lot of people. So yeah, they went with what people seem to wish for most and tried to change. And yeah, anyway, I am not really here to discuss the Trackener. And yeah, this is like a one thing with the new saddles that I understand why it's happening, but it's a little annoying. So you will have to deal with my jacket being in here because we need to dress up because it's cold. It's gonna be a cold ride. Rambo, are you joining? Come on, little dude. Yes. Anyway, so let's get going with trail ride. I plan to like ride to Mistfall, and then depending on how much I have to talk about, might end up in Wild Woods. Who knows? We'll see. Yeah. Okay, let's get to it. First subject I wanna bring up is me changing my name on social media. Came out of nowhere, I have to say. It was actually one day I was prepping for because I bought Red Dead Online for PC, and as I was setting that up, I needed to create a new Rockstar account, and since I already sort of fixed Rose Shadowly on another account for when I was playing on PS4, it was already taken. And then it was like, how about a new name? And I remember Mealy, who used to be called Potato, is now called Netherchick, so she did a sort of rebranding, which this is what I've done, a rebrand. I just call it changing username, changing name, but it's sort of like rebranding. And so I was just starting to wordplay, like, okay, what could I use? I do want to keep Rose, because that is what everyone calls me. It would be just weird if I really, really went off the rails. Everyone knows me as Rose, so I need to keep Rose. And I love Rose still. I'd love to be called Rose, so I still wanted that. But I wanted it to be shorter, and I wanted to have some more of me into the name. I've had Rose Shadowly ever since I started this account, which was in 2013. And I went to be a more public person in beginning of 2014, I think, using my blog. And that is when I started to use Rose Shadowly as my public name. And I had it ever since, really. And it's not until now that I felt like starting to feel not weird, but it limited how I am today as a YouTuber or a public person in general. So that's why I started to feel like I should really actually find another name. I need to remember to drink my coffee before it gets cold. By the way, here's the trot. Yeah, I love it. Anyway. Oh, no. Keep trotting. And, so yeah, that was like on day one I started to think this. And I came up with the name Comic Rose. After discussing with Frida, I was like, Frida, help me, I need help. and we thought like, Comic Rose does sound really good. Then I was thinking it to be CO, like really Comic Rose, and then Comic Rose was taken, so I went with Comic Ros, which is Swedish for rose, like rose is a flower, and in Swedish it's called ros. So I was pretty happy with that. Still not sure if I was going to do it. I started to think about it, and I started to... I think I streamed the same day. Yes, I did. I streamed the same day. I started to talk about it then as well. Didn't really get any feedback from the people that were watching what they were thinking. I was just really discussing with myself still. And then as I went to bed that night, still sort of like, should I not? I was watching TikTok, just like I used to do nowadays when I go to bed. And one of the things that popped up was a girl giving tips on how to create your best Twitch streamer name. And the tips she was giving me, or everyone, not just me, but I was there listening for there. It was basically what I already started to do, like have my name with another word. If I'm bilingual, use that and make it like have a wordplay. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna change name. So I first did a story saying like, okay, some news coming up. I'm gonna change my name, some more info coming. Then the next day, as I was Googling, because I needed to make sure that no one else was called Comic Rose already. So I had to go to Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. I think that was it, really, because those are the platforms I'm on. Just to make sure no one else is called the same or has a way too similar one. And unfortunately on Instagram, Comic Rose was already taken, so I had to take Comic Rose. But then I started, as I googled comic, you know what's coming up. It's comic books. Everyone is gonna talk about comic books, and I'm not really sure. I'm a personality, but I am not known for reading comics or anything. Like, I love Marvel, of course, but I don't read comic books. Even though it's a very cool hobby, I wish I did do more often. So I was like, maybe I can't use it. Because what I wanted from comic and how I got it into the name is for comedy. Like someone being funny. Which I like to think of myself, that I am a funny person. People say I am funny. Oh my god. Or I find myself funny, because obviously I laugh at my own jokes. I am a sad person. Okay, I need help. Anyway, so I was a little afraid of people going to think that I am a comic book person. So I felt like, okay, I need to play some more with this. I can't call myself Comedy Rose, because I'm not pure comedy. Like, I'm not a comedian, really. Like, I don't work as professional as a comedian. So you hear, it's a lot to think about when you're rebranding yourself. it's just so much. So I continued, and then I remember her tips of playing with bilingualism and changing misspelling and stuff to create your name. So that is when I changed the C to K, because in Swedish comedy is spelled K-O-M-E-D-I, so comedy. So then you get komme, and then I kept comic, like the end of it, so it's K-O-M-Y-C. Y-C, okay, sorry. Because I'm still, like, comic in a, like, I always, or at least my dad, whenever he sees, like, a character in a animated movie or series that stands out, like being cute and funny and stuff, he always thinks of me. So I am, and when I was small, like I'm a bit embarrassed of telling you this, but when I was small, like for example, Jack Sparrow. When I saw him the first time and I was pretty young, all I tried to do was copy him. Like, I wanted to be like him. So I acted drunk and slurring and everything. Like, now as I'm growing up, I realize that it's pretty stupid. But it has shaped me as a person. How I am today, I am very, as I've told, interesting. I hope I'm not annoying. That is like not my biggest fear, but when it comes to socializing, I am afraid of being annoying to people, which I probably am to some. Of course, you can't be perfect to everyone, but like to my closest friends or anything, I'm very afraid of being like annoying or boring or yeah, so they will stop hanging out with me. But still, as a person, I am very expressive. I joke a lot. Like, I am a comic book person, so I decided to keep comic. Why I'm going so long with this, but the end is very simple, so it's okay. So, there we go. K-O, Mick, and then keeping Rose in the name, but removing the E, because I wanted it to say Rose as in Swedish. So, most of the name is actually in Swedish, which is true. I am Swede, so I really like that. So, yeah, that's how I basically made up the name. So, Comic Rose. I decided on that name, double-checked all platforms that it was not taken, not even slightly. Like on Twitch, it was not even there. I think even on YouTube, no one was called it. Like even close. I think comic as in C-O, Comic Rose, Comic Ross. It could be similar, and that is when I decided to, if it's possible, to make the K and R big letters, so you can see how to pronounce it, because some say Comic Cross, like a training, like cross training or something. I'm not sure. So I decided to make it easy for people to see how to pronounce it, so Comic Rose, whatever you feel like. Okay, I'm done explaining the name. So, going back to why I wanted to change from Rose Shadowly, that it made me feel, it's not really, like, Rose Shadowly is still very dear to my heart. It's my original account here on Star Stable. I started out as a Star Stable sort of influencer with doing blogging, YouTube, Instagram. But lately, like this past 2 years, or maybe 3, I have been going into other games, like Red Dead Redemption 2, I have done, well, I did start with The Sims, really, but yeah. The Sims, and we have, what else? What have I done on the channel? I can't remember. Absu. I'm starting to do Among Us, like, especially now with streaming, I'm doing a lot more other games than just, Star Stable. So that's why, I am growing an audience that does not just solemnly know me as a Star Stable person. Some might even not even know me from Star Stable at all. So for them, Rose Shadowly is like, okay, interesting name. And I don't really explain it anymore either. So that's why I felt like, okay, I need to actually not grow up, but it's a new level for me to change my name into something that is not solemnly... Is solemnly really the correct word to say? That is not locked to a specific game. That is actually one of the things she also tipped about, not to have like a game name in your username. Like some do call themselves something that ends with like DBD, Dead by Daylight. She's like, that's fine if that is only the thing you're going to play. And I do not want that to be a thing. More coffee. So yeah, that's how it is. So basically, within 2 days, I decided, like, or was it even 2 days? I think it was 24 hours, if even that. I was like, I'm changing my name. I sat down, Googled everything, made sure that it was ready, sat down, went into Photoshop, made myself a little special post so I can post up that I've changed name and everything. And it happened. Boom. There. It was done. And I'm happy. I'm really liking it. It's weird, but I'm feeling like a new person, like a more independent person. Not any bad against Star Stable and their names or anything. Like, as I said, for most people, I'm probably still known as Rose Shadowly, but, and this is still my main account. But yeah, it's, I feel like I've grown up. I'm a grown-up person. Poo. So yeah, I think I'm done with talking about my name. You must be so bored about it. But yeah, so now it's Comic Rose, but you still call me Rose, really. Just go with Rose, it's fine. So a lot of people says Red Cope, and I'm like, nope. Well, it works, of course. If you don't know me, I know that you will just do that by itself, but eventually people will learn that it's Rose, really. Okay, moving over to also, like, the reason why I wanted to change name is that I'm streaming more on Twitch. I started to really enjoy streaming a lot more than I did actually back streaming on YouTube. And I think it is because it's really easy on Twitch. It's also a platform where I'm not feeling shamed like I am on YouTube due to Kappa. On, like, sure, Twitch probably has the same issues, really, when it comes to what YouTube having an audience that should not actually be there, since it is an age limit of 13. But, and they've had their issues with young people donating and stuff, of course, but so long it is a platform I'm feeling a lot more safer when making content. Like, well, which is basically just streaming, really. But so I am streaming a lot more. I'm having a lot of fun playing more games, playing with friends, of course, streaming by myself, streaming Star Stable and when I'm leveling horses. I really enjoy interacting with people that are in the chat and so on. So if you don't have Twitch and you miss me here, I would say you don't really have to get Twitch though. Like, you don't have to make an account, but if you want to be able to follow me, and I think also comment, like chat, you will have to make an account, but it's completely free to make an account so that you are able to just follow other Twitch streamers. Like, maybe you like The Sims, and there are tons of streamers there playing The Sims, and it's just so much fun there. I really, really enjoy it. I have tons of fun. It's easy with Streamlabs now. It works a lot better. You know me, always having issues with technology, really. But when it comes to Streamlabs and everything has worked once I've actually sat down to learn. Believe you me, it took me about yesterday to learn how to host and raid other people. Which is a little embarrassing, but it's just like, it's easy once I actually sit down and read and learn and check how it works. And for Twitch, it's just so easy. So easy. So yeah, I'm going to continue next year to stream a lot more on Twitch. Which leads me on to what will happen to YouTube. It will still be here, but I've decided not to have specific dates where I post, or keep myself locked that I have to post anything here. I don't earn any money here on YouTube. I decided when I started my YouTube not to earn any money, for me to have fun whenever I feel like it. And I still think it's fun to make YouTube videos, of course. I'm sitting here doing a trail ride for you all because I really enjoy sitting and doing that. But I just lately, like, especially these past months, I do remember last year I did take a holiday break, just because by this time, for some reason, it's just so much happening in the real world and other stuff that YouTube just feels more like work than fun. So that has happened lately. Also, I've had what happened with the Red Dead Redemption 2, my Let's Play with the sound, that put me off so much. I was so angry with the sound and at myself that I never checked, and I still haven't actually logged in to continue and do a Let's Play on it. And honestly, I'm not sure how it will go, because I still have a brother that wants his PS4 back. Unless he gets the PS5. Who knows? Maybe I'll buy it for him. But so long, like that this Elgato card thingy has been a pain in my butt. It has. So yeah. That was the end of my coffee, so now there won't be any more coffee breaks. I promise. Let's actually go in here, right in here. So yeah. So that is going to happen. So it's gonna be less. I'm gonna try and get back to Red Dead Redemption 2. I have got myself, as I said, Red Dead Online on PC. Because I thought that if I actually sit down, the reason for that is because Stacy wanted it and she wanted us to stream together. It's pretty cheap on Steam. It was like 50 kronors or something. So I was like, you know what, I can actually get online. Like the single player game is still pretty expensive. I'm so happy I did not get it on single player because my thoughts on those controls on PC are the same. It's hell. I tried, like, really tried to play Red Dead Online with PC controls, and it was the worst. So after that, I sat down, because you can play with your PS4 control. However, you have to, like, keybind yourself, and so far I'm not sure if it works, but for what I googled, it's not possible. But playing on PS4, same buttons can do different stuff depending on the situation in game. In the PS4 for Red Dead Redemption 2, on the PC they have like, it's sure the same thing does sort of goes with PC, but for some reason if I connect like E to X to the triangle to get on my horse, that button will not connect for E on other stuff working in the game. So now that I'm playing, I have managed to get so that riding and when in combat, the control works. But other stuff like checking the map or taking stuff or, yeah, other stuff that is more calm, I have to use keyboard and mouse. So I'm just sitting here I feel like an insane person when I'm playing with Stacey and them, sitting here with all the controls and everything. But it works for Red Dead Online. But so far I'm so not gonna get Red Dead Redemption 2 for PC. If you're gonna make me play on that. So I will see what happens with that Let's Play, because we're still pretty far away from the ending. And it just depends on my brother, really, how this is gonna be. Oh, hello there. Oh, we could actually trot here. Come on. Trotty, trot, trot. Or we could gallop. So, yeah. So that is what's happening. It's gonna be more streaming on Twitch. And videos will pop up here. I have seen that my computer can take it when I stream and record at the same time. So I'm gonna try and record whenever I stream as well. So I record the stream. And then afterwards do, like, best moments for the stream. Like a little compilation of what's going on. Like, I have done that with the latest Among Us stream I did, where we used proximity chat, which was, by the way, the most fun I have in so long. Like, it was so funny playing with proximity chat and friends, and so yeah, we're definitely doing more of that. But yeah, I'm so happy that I recorded it, and I will try to do that for more streams. I'm most likely not when I just do streams where I train horses or anything. Maybe if I decide to stream when checking out some updates, then I'll record that. But yeah, just regular chill games when I'm basically on my own, I might not record because it feels weird. If it doesn't really have a purpose for me. Because, you know, it doesn't. Not a lot of good stuff moments happens when you are alone. Yeah. So that is happening. I wish I could just tell you, like, in the comments. If you have any question, put them in the comments. You can't, because it's Kappa, and this is gonna be a for children episode video. So yeah, this is why, people. I want to have a place where I can talk to you. And right now, that is either on my Instagram or it's gonna be on Twitch when I stream. So that is why I really, really, really wish that if you want to see more of me and so on, get yourself to Twitch. It is an awesome platform. I have to say, it's really, really awesome. There's tons of fun streamers there that you can watch. And I think we could, like, if we work for it, we can have more Star Stable streams happening on Twitch as well. So yeah, I would say so. I'm gonna put my link to my Twitch down in the description down below, so you can easily find me and just follow me there, so you can or make your own account and so on, or unless you don't want to. I will most likely, I do announce when I stream on my Instagram, but I do know that not a lot of you have Instagram, but I can't really promise that I will post here in community whenever I will stream. So if you don't have Instagram and you don't want to miss me, I would recommend getting an account on Twitch so that you can follow. You can watch me when I'm live or watch previous broadcasts, it's called. Yeah, that's happening. Okay, I'm leaving that. So now you know the situation on Twitch and YouTube. But yeah, so it's gonna be though, like this, as I'm recording this, I want to have it up today on the 31st of December, because it's like we're talking about the end of the year here. No, not the end of, yeah, end of the year, not the end of life. Not the end. That sounded so awful for some reason. I think Rambo needs to be in the backpack now. It's gonna be here. So yeah, that's so yeah, don't expect any videos to come out like it's not gonna be as like there's gonna be on video out every Monday and Thursday. It's gonna be videos going out whenever I feel I have something for you. And as I said, I hope it's not gonna be like it. I hope it won't be like an entire week with no videos. I'm hoping it's gonna be like at least a video a week, especially now. Well, I will definitely not stop doing Wednesday updates or anything like that. I'm gonna do my SSO videos as usual. But yeah, so those stuff, and I still have that last episode of the goose game. I still haven't done that, which I'm a little ashamed now because I'm almost like forgot how it even worked. I have to do that as well. Yeah. Fun stuff. But yeah, so just that's how it is. Now, moving over to summarizing 2020, and I'm not gonna summarize the game and updates and everything. The reason for that is because we are recording our bonus episode for the Soul Rider podcast, where we do that. We summarize 2020 updates, top 3 horses and everything, just like we done previous years. That will be out, so it feels like I'm gonna be just re-saying what I'm probably gonna say on the podcast, so I won't do that. Unfortunately, not on my channel. You will have to wait until the podcast is out. What I will be summarizing is like my personal life. What has been happening. As I said, I haven't done a trail ride in so long, so you have no idea what's been going on. I'm still working. I'm still working hourly at Star Stable, helping out there. My contract has been prolonged further into next year. So I'm going to stay there as hourly at least. Then, and we'll see what happens. I do have my hopes of something. And depending on how that, because I hope to get some other better news without having my hopes up way too much in the beginning of next year, 2021. And depending on how that goes, well then of course I'm going to start, because right now I do live at home at my mom's again after my dad had to come home from Brazil. I had to move out of his place and move back to my mom's, which was sort of okay. Like, it was fine, because due to the situation in the world, I would have been pretty sad to live on my own during 2020, since I don't have a car, so I would have to commute, and so does my mom. She doesn't have a car either, and she would have to commute. So my mom is my best friend, and I would be so sad if I were not able to see her. So in a way, it worked out okay to actually live with my mom, because then I wasn't as alone as I would have been if I had my own place. But next year, we are thinking like this situation with the world is gonna be it's gonna be a tiny bit better, especially now with saviors coming now, vaccines and stuff. It's not gonna go completely back to normal, of course. It's still gonna be like work from home situation for quite a while. I think anyway. But if I am getting what I really hope I am going to start to look for my own place next year. Hopefully somewhere that is still pretty close to my family, so I have an easier way to go and see them, or my mom to go and see me whenever it is more okay to commute. Of course. So I basically move over to like my goals for 2021, which is my last what is it called? Last subject to bring up. Let's see, now we're gonna make our way down here. And yeah, so yeah, my goals for next year is to, well, either way, I need to get myself more permanent employment. So that is like a goal I have for 2021, to get a permanent employment, and then after that to find my own place. Like I have those are basically my goals. I don't have any other goals because I had quite a lot of goals for 2021, and basically all of them I had to just draw a line over because of what happened, and then I wrote lol. Did not happen. I actually saw a TikTok that was pretty funny where people wrote their goals for 2020, and then goals for 2021 is don't die. I thought that was actually pretty funny, and yeah, pretty accurate. Like I don't dare to have big goals right now. I'm pretty happy if it all just works fine. So yeah, that's going to happen. This perfect and wonderful place, people. This is actually the first time Lunatic is out and moving in these woods. So he likes it. Oh yeah. What else? What else to say now? Because I don't like the most important stuff to talk about. And yeah, as I said, I wish I did, like, if you had any question or something, you just add them in the comments down below. But that's not gonna happen, is it? So yeah, I really urge you to, if you do wanna, like, really ask me stuff or anything, join my Twitch streams where you can really interact with me. And I love to interact more with you guys there. So go and follow me there as well, because it's gonna happen over there. Yeah. We are actually getting close to Redwood Point, which is my home stable now. Yes, I moved away from Valedale, but I mean, come on, can you say no to this place? It's pretty far away, but I think it's a good place to live right now. Things are happening in these parts of the woods. So funny. Okay, maybe I'm not a comedian at all. No, I'm not. I'm not a professional comedian, by the way. Yeah, okay. Okay, we are basically home now, and I am done talking. 33 minutes. Wow, that's actually kind of nice. I was a bit worried that it's gonna be like an hour video or something, but this is good. This is nice. So now you've got the summarize of what's going on. I changed names. You got to know why. I gonna be streaming more on Twitch. YouTube is gonna be YouTube, but just no regular, like scheduled when videos will be posted. Video will be posted when I have something for you, and other than that, it's just gonna be there. And yeah, personal life, I'm working and staying home, staying safe, playing games with friends, and hopefully next year, permanent employment and apartment. That was a good, that was a pretty summarize, wasn't it? I think that was a really good summarize. So yeah, it is the 31st of December, and tomorrow it is 2021. We are just gonna sort of, what is it called? Sneak our way into that year. Don't touch anything and just hope that it will all be fine. Don't have too big goals. Just the best goal to have is to take care of yourself. Do stuff that makes you happy. The most important person to really take care of is yourself. Maybe family if you have someone that you really want to make sure is okay, or friend, but the most important person to take care of is yourself. Remember that. Remember to stay awesome as always, and happy new year, everyone. And I will see you next year. Bye.